Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, Chef Pete, we are focusing on the chicken, the different ways of preparing the chicken. We've almost gotten through the entire chicken other than the breast.
Yes.
So you ready for it?
Yes, indeed. This is going to be the quickest one because we don't want it to dry out, so it's a nice, quick and easy recipe.
Keen for it. Now, we are still in the colder months, and nothing keeps you warm like a creamy pepper sauce served on a top of crispy but juicy chicken schnitzel. And that is exactly what we're about to make. Chef Dumi, now, you know, for me, the chicken breast is so difficult to get right. I love the fact that you're dancing your way through this because I hope that it's going to be as easy.
That's the thing, Balasa. The one thing I love about this recipe is that you've got the luxury of getting it right. It's probably one of the simplest recipes that you can make because all you want to do is flash fry your chicken schnitzel. I'm going to be making that peppery sauce that we're going to be serving this alongside. And in that sauce, we've got some onion, butter, peppers, some whole grain mustard, cream, and some vegetable stock. All of that tied together with some butter. And you, Bali, I see, are already getting into it and getting our eggs cracked for Chef and whisked. And you'll be mashing up some potatoes that we're going to be serving this dish with.
But as you did say, I am on the mashed potato station. Super simple, super straightforward. Dumi, on your station there with that sauce, how's it going?
Balasa, I've started up by just toasting up our pepper because this is a pepper sauce. So I just toasted it, and I just added our butter now, and I'm going to add the rest of our ingredients to basically have that flavor, you know, those layers of flavor rather. That's what I'm looking for. And into there, I'm going with my onion and then some whole grain mustard.
I'm going to just batten out this chicken breast because what we want is to make it thinner so it cooks quicker, so that the crumbs and stuff don't burn before the chicken is ready. So you can use a rolling pin. I'm fortunate enough to have a massive cleaver, so I can just
hack the life out of that.
give it some stick with a knife, but you can just use a rolling pin if you're that way inclined. Okay, so then we've got here some seasoned flour. Salt, pepper, we've got some spices in here. This is where you can go to town if you wanted to make this, again, if you want to make this nice and hot, some peri-peri in here, some cayenne would be nice. Whatever the kind of spice sort of profile you fancy, you can season there, but you do need to definitely start with the salt and pepper.
And here on my side, I mean, as you did see, I had salt, I had some butter in there, and I'm adding my little cream slowly but surely into the mashed potato, just so that I can make sure that it is creamy quite evenly all throughout that mash. There's nothing more hectic than having a spoon of mash that's nothing but cream, and then the next spoon is nothing but potato. We want it to be quite evened up quite nicely here, and it's just that easy, good to go.
Yeah. So I'm just going to dredge, we say dredge in flour. Now the secret to doing this and not getting your hands covered is to keep one hand free. So you use one hand for the egg and the flour.
Ah.
And then you use the other hand
for the bread.
For the breadcrumbs.
Now, you see, me in my kitchen, I'm always like...
Well, you end up with those big, thick fingers that are ready to deep fry themselves.
Absolutely. Dumi, here's some mashed potato.
Okay, so now I'm just going to... I've got some nice oil here. It's quite hot. And I'm just going to shallow fry this. So there's about probably 5 mils of oil in here. So we get... There we go.
What's the trick to making sure, Chef, that your chicken doesn't get dry?
I think you've got to make sure your oil is nice and hot, and also you've got enough oil. So that, as you can see, we're not quite deep frying it, but there's get a nice coating of oil, so it's actually the heat surrounding the chicken. It'll cook much faster. There we go.
Oh, wow, it's already starting to brown.
Yeah.
It's almost immediately as soon as it hits that hot oil. Now, chicken is definitely the winner this week, and we just can't get enough of it. And in case you want to get your hands on this mouth-watering dish, then head over to afternoonexpress.co.za for the full recipe and ingredients list. Now, ginger is an essential winter ingredient, and we've got a special ginger pudding and custard recipe coming your way.